Are you familiar with, let's say, the history of Christmas or the origins of Christmas?
The birth of Jesus Christ.
Shit. And so what I've done is I went and researched some Christmas facts that I'll go over with you. And so this right here is a deity titled Krampus. Have you ever heard of Krampus?
No.
Okay, Krampus is a Germanic and European deity out of their folklores, as you can see right here. So I went and did the research for you. It's factual. I didn't Photoshop this. This is an actual festival that's celebrated in Europe and Germany. This is on December 25th, where the original Santa Claus, which was considered Satan, was a demonic deity which came and basically kidnapped children. All right, this deity was based off of the Baphomet. As you can see here, it looks just like the Baphomet. You can see in the original sack of this deity, instead of presents, it was children in there. This deity would do around this time is come and steal the children. So Christmas tree over there, cameraman, if you want to pan and get that Christmas tree. Even we see that Christmas tree over there. That's actually symbolic to a phallus. So you got the phallus here. The ribbons and the ornaments on the tree is supposed to symbolize male sperm, and then the balls on the tree are supposed to symbolize the testicles. The sitting on Santa Claus' lap and asking Santa Claus for gifts and presents is actually a pedophilic ritual, which comes from a Roman ritual, a Roman celebration that was known as Saturnalia, where the rich Roman people would give gifts to the parents and kids so that they can basically have sex with their kids. Here's a actual painting. Are you familiar?
Shalom, shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being a true name for the Father, Yahweh Shai being named for his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, that taught us his truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopefully like pushing his truth and honesty and sincerity. So, Brother Yahweh Cornelius, and Spirit Power, Yahweh Shai. And this lesson is going into the pagan day that's approaching this weekend, known as Saturnalia. That's the real name for it. But people call it today is Christmas. Okay, and this guy broke it down beautifully with the true holiday originates from. Now this day goes all the way back to Babylon the Great. It goes past, the time where they participated in celebrating Krampus, and goes past beyond the Roman ritual that was labeled the day of Saturnalia. Okay, you can see here the ancient Nineveh artifact. All right, the origin of this holiday goes into worshiping Nimrod. All right, and his wife, I believe her name was Queen Semiramis. She also created the holiday known as Easter, which is the celebration and worship of her son's death. And she lied and said he got resurrected through an egg. Okay, but you see him holding a reindeer here. So it goes back a long, long, long way, which is why you can actually find the condemnation and rebuke of this holiday within the scriptures. But a lot of Christians don't know that the Bible condemns that very holiday that they're celebrating. And just by the way, FYI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus was not born December 25th in the winter. He was born during the Passover in the spring. Okay? So they completely lied to these people. Completely made up this holiday and deceived this whole people to help conjure up demons and demonic energy by getting the masses and millions of people to celebrate this pagan demonic day that's masked as something that's happy for family and for children. But what you're inadvertently doing or unawarely doing is you're performing a ritual demonic sacrifice when you celebrate this wicked day that's approaching. Okay? There's another post here. Nimrod had tremendous influence on the world's religions. It all began in Babylon. Christmas, Easter, the Trinity, nameless Lord worship, the cross used in worship, the hellfire doctrine, soul immortality, purgatory, sun and day, sunrise worship, infant baptism, and the list goes on. Paganism, man. Okay? And it's not innocent when you participate in it. So stay away from this wicked day. And we're going to bring the account of when the Lord actually had to have it written in scriptures about this day. Check this out. You're going to find this holiday rebuked and talked about because, again, this goes all the way in Babylon. You know, Babylon is in the scriptures. It's the wicked kingdom of confusion. All right, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 says, Hear ye the word which Yahweh speak unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. All right, so the first part says, scriptures, learn not the way. And it's about to describe the way of the heathen, what they do. So they cut a tree out the forest and work the hands of the workmen with the axe. And during Christmas time, what it was originally done, what was common tradition, is to go cut a pine tree, you know, and erect it in the house, right? Verse 4 says, They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. Wow. That sounds highly familiar. All right, so there you go. Here's a fastener tree. This is the whole Christmas tree base. You know, this nowadays they use screws instead of nails or other different devices. They're fastening it. That it what? That it move not. That it stands upright. You see, Ace Hardware got the commercial for it, man. There's all sorts of ways that they do it. You know, they got to break it down. They got to do a whole instruction on how to do it. Right? It says they deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. Check this out, man. Look at this. Silver and gold. There's nothing new, man. This tradition goes back, you know, centuries ago, thousands of years ago, all the way back to Babylon. And it was evil and wicked then, and it still is today. It's just masked today as something innocent. As the vast majority of people aren't, you know, giving their kids over like that to be molested, and, you know, there's no sacrificing going on. But what you're doing is you're doing a spiritual sacrifice, and you're paying homage to a demonic holiday and tradition by participating in this. You've been deceived, man. And for those of you that have been doing it, you need to repent and stop doing it, man. It's right out the Bible. Verse 5 says, They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. Right, man? They can't do anything. They can't speak. You know, but people having fear, you know, are worried about what happens if they don't put one up in their house, you know, being judged and, you know, ridiculed and shamed for it. You don't need to be afraid about that, you know, but this is the tradition right here. It's talking about this wicked pagan holiday. And the Lord hates it for all the reasons that you heard what was done on this day. It's the book of Hosea 4:6 says, My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. There you go, man. So our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, and then rejected knowledge too. We'll bring out all this factual information of this holiday and what it represents. And, you know, the purposes behind the presents, the purposes behind the tree, even the wreath, man. The wreath represents the woman's vagina. That's pagan. Mistletoes, they would have orgies underneath that. Every part of it is tradition, man. You know, so the Lord's going to reject a lot of people real soon. And they're going to be destroyed. It's the book of Amos 5:21. It says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. So the Lord does not like these big holiday dinners you guys come up with. These big Christmas, you all hold hands, you gather around the table, and you pray over it, and you give thanks to the Lord. on a day that you're commanded to not participate in. You see? That's why judgment becomes so harsh. Verse 22 says, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. So though you're making a big dinner, the Lord does not accept it. And you giving thanks and stuff like that. He's pissed off. Exodus 20 and verse 3 says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, am thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So there you go, man. So when you worshiping Christmas and shit like that, you're putting other gods before the Lord, man. And he's going to get you grievously for breaking this the first commandment. And when you dig in more and more research on this Christmas day, you find out how even more evil it is. Because he just scratched the surface on the stuff he was talking about. He didn't even mention the Yule log and shit like that. You know? And go into details of Saturnalia and the Roman festivals, but what they did with it. Hey, Christmas was banned. Celebrating that was banned even when America was first founded by all these wicked men. Even them people themselves, they said that it was illegal. They weren't allowed to celebrate that because of how violent Saturnalia really was. You know, so hey, look, repent, stay away from this wicked holiday. You know, Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I'm going to close out, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, taught us truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopeful elect, pushing truth and all sincerity. Shalom.